Well, I guess the dogs woke me up, and it's probably till 11 o'clock, something like that. I just scanned the news. We have no more intensive care bed space in Oklahoma. COVID patients have took over all the intensive care beds. So COVID's on the rise. And I live in a Republican state. Wonder if that has anything to do with it. I'm telling you. I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, Independent. I don't care what political crap you're into. This COVID shit's real. I had a nephew diagnosed, him and his wife was diagnosed with COVID 3 days ago. She's doing pretty good. He's doing terribly. And he's probably 50, maybe close to 50, 47 to 50, somewhere in that area. And his wife's about a couple years younger. But, yeah, he's doing terribly. I don't even know. They're trying to get him into a hospital. So they ain't even got hospital space. So he's having to look at it at home. If he makes it, they're still trying to get him into a hospital, just any room, any oxygen machine. I don't know if they even got ventilators or not. But he's doing pretty bad. And I've been watching the news, and it's disgusting, especially on Veterans Day. Yeah, I don't know. I watched some of my friends go in partnership with the devil. You know, a lot of times you don't have to commit the crime or act like you are. That it's your association with things that will rub off on you. You know, you don't have to be involved in anything, but like the old Bible says, you run with whoremongers, then everybody's going to consider you're a whoremonger. Same way with about anything else. So I don't know what's going to happen in 69, 70 days. If he gets out of the White House or not. To me, it's irrelevant. A lot of people might be dead in 70 days. So they don't have to worry about whoever the hell's in the White House. I had a partnership one time with a painting business. We were supposed to split everything down the middle after bills were paid and help was paid and so on and so forth. Well, come to find out, my partner was skimming right off the top from the beginning. It took me a couple of years to figure that out. And thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars lost. So there you go. To me, sometimes no help's better than having help at all. Yeah, sometimes you better off not get any help. Yep. It's going out to a friend of mine that's sticking her neck out. Associate with people you probably shouldn't be. Yep, my nephew's taking it pretty rough. My sister's all upset. And I can't blame her. I said, well, Bonnie, there's nothing I can do. If they ain't got no beds, they ain't got no beds. I said, you might be able to get him across the state lines. Arkansas, Texas, or Kansas, or somewhere. You know, Arizona, something. New Mexico, somewhere. Across state lines, it might get him into an intensive care room. I said, you might want to think about that. I said, before you travel with him or have him flown up there, that'd be a private jet or a helicopter, you might be even better off to just drive him up there. You know, I've got a portable air unit. I loaned them. You know, when you plug in cigarette lighter and use your air, but that ain't going to be enough. In fact, I got 2 or 3 of them somewhere. I found one. I can't find shit in this house. I'm going to work on my ambulance tomorrow. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can mount that generator maybe out on the front or somewhere, so I'll have more room on the inside. I'm trying to make all the room I can on the inside. Because if I take my dogs, they got to have that running floor space to eat, drink, and poop. Of course, I'll stop every couple of hours and get them out walking. That don't mean they might have an accident. I want that floor space down with poopy pads, especially if I'm traveling. I know who I'll put Ori up front because he don't get along with nobody. I don't think he gets along with himself anymore. Yep, we're out of beds in intensive care. I got a friend of mine, I consider her a friend. She's making deals with the devil that ain't going to help her none. I think that might even hurt her in the long run because people's going to say, okay, if you associate with them, I ain't going to associate with you. Because they know what kind of person that is. And, me, I go by every individual's actions, but, I feel sorry for somebody's going to get taken advantage of right off the bat. Like I did in my business. From then on, I never went in partners with nobody. No way. It was my checking account. They wrote the checks, and the money came into my checking account instead of using the company checking account or other person's individual checking account. I'll tell you what happened to me today I went over to Walmart to get some stuff. And I forget what all I bought, just odds and end crap, mainly treats for the dogs. Well, I'd stopped in at Goodwill on the way to there. I think it was the way to there. Yeah. Well, they had this electrical chainsaw, but it had to have a different plug to plug in the back of it, like an extension cord plug. I said, can I plug this up here and see if it works? And she said, oh, everything works here. It wouldn't be out on the floor if it didn't work. I said, okay. I said, then you guaranteeing it's working? Yeah. Took it home. And I thought, I didn't need a chainsaw, but I thought, well, it's electric. And I could just put it on the shelf if I happened to need it. It had a 16-inch blade, but other little saws only got like a 9-inch blade. My little pole saw. Plugged it in, did not work. It didn't work at all, period. So I took it back. Talk about giving me a hard time. I said, I paid good money for this, and she said if it worked and it didn't work, then I want my money back. They helped me up for almost an hour giving me my money back. One manager was out, had to call another manager. Then the other manager said, well, I'm not authorized. It's called another manager. Finally, I lost my damn temper. That don't take much in my old damn age. I said, give me my damn money back. I said, my son was waiting in the car. Of course, he had it running because it was, he always leaves him running. I said, and I need to get the hell out of here. I got other things to do in my life. So they finally gave me that money. She said, well, let me have your credit card. I said, are you out of your damn mind? Because she was wanting to put it back on my credit card instead of giving me my money. I said, no, you give me my damn money. You ain't getting my damn credit card. I said, are you crazy? Hell, I don't know what you do, what numbers or whatever. And I don't like nobody putting money on my credit card or, like a refund or whatever. No. Hell no. I don't know what the hell I ain't that damn tech savvy. They might be getting money off my damn card. Hell the hell I know. Just give me my damn money and let me get the hell out of here. But I've learned over the years not to trust anybody. And it has paid me well. I'm free-hearted and everything else. You take a person. I donated some one time to a person to help them get a Winnebago motorhome RV. And they got the RV and then they turned around and sold it, which didn't bother me too much. But I have seen so much of that. This person I had watched, he had got a tiny home. It was about 40 foot by 16 wide, something like that. Got a wood stove in it, insulation, and plywood up, and they donated everything. And after he got it all fixed up and everything, he sold it. Bought him a trailer house. Yep. I mean, you're thinking, well, I'm helping them with their homestead and this, that, and the other, and turn around, hell, after they get all the money they can off of you, they just sell it for a profit. It didn't cost them anything. Yeah, I don't do that crap anymore. Like I said, I talked to my daughter tonight, and I told her that I'm wanting to go out west. I think that's what I told her. And I said, I want to look at Arizona. She said, well, Dad, you got that land up there, and you got that land over there, and the land over... I said, well, it's too cold up there in Nevada. And the other place is just as cold down eastern Oklahoma as it is here. I said, I don't like to rent anything. I said, I'd like to buy me an acre or two or 3 acres in Arizona. She huffed and puffed, but she said, well, whatever, but I'd have to, get involved. Excuse my hiccups. So, she didn't say no anyway. My son will be taking me out there. He's going to go up to Nevada and go to work. I just want something around Quartzsite or Needles or Blythe or somewhere in that area. That's in California, though. I looked right over there, New Mexico and Arizona line. But I think I'd rather have Arizona. What I'm looking for is something going to be too hot in the summer, 115. But right now, it's 65 to 80 degrees. I could live for that. Of course, here it was 60-something degrees today. What you want to know, did the power was out and everything else, and she said there's still people in Oklahoma City ain't got no power. I said, ooh, I guess still got power. The electrical guy came by today and looked at my weatherhead and that goes up to the electric pole. And he said, well, you lucked out. Yours ain't damaged. I said, no, my son went out there and just kept trimming the limbs off that would lay across it. And pretty soon there wasn't no more limbs around it to lay across it. But my next door neighbor's weatherhead is leaning like that. They got power. Didn't look good, but they still got power. No, I just thought I'd throw up a video tonight. I get a little frustrated. Like I told her, I said it wasn't that much. It was like $50 for this chainsaw. And I said it was a principle. She lied to me. If she'd have said, well, I don't know if it runs or not, I probably wouldn't have bought the damn thing. But to swear and tell it runs, that's just a little bit more of it, I'm getting tired of people thinking I'm old and feeble and they can just sit there and lie to me. That shit ain't going to work on me. I hope my friend don't get took. But I think she's headed for a fall. Hindsight's 20/20. Hopefully other people can tell her. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I read some of the comments, and one person wanted her email so she could tell her what kind of person she was dealing with. Hell, I did. If I'd have told her, hell, whether she believed me or not. So I just kept my mouth shut. That's the way I look at it. You'll learn, but hope it don't cost you too much. I need to take a testosterone shot tomorrow and another diabetes shot. I ate these cherry cheesecake. Oh, and I shouldn't have had it, but that was so good. I cooked baked chicken tonight. That's what I did. And I did have macaroni and cheese. Of course, it was just a little bit of it. And the baked potato. And I didn't eat all the baked potato. I just eat where the butter's at. Leave the rest of it alone. Yeah, that's what I had for supper. I picked up a lot of chicken and gave it to Ori. He's getting a little skinny. And of course I gave the other one some, but I mainly concentrate on feeding him. He's lost a lot of weight in his old age. Hell, I give him some of mine. I've lost a little bit. I need to get another 40, 50 pounds off of me. I need to weigh about 190, but I'd be satisfied with 240. That's for sure. That 260, 270 is too much. Of course, I'm 6 foot, but that don't mean nothing. Well, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to put this up. Check in your state or your town or your situation and see if there's any beds or whatever, because you never know. You might break a leg or whatever. And they haven't, when they ain't got no beds, not even for patients that don't have the COVID, that's getting pretty damn dangerous. Yep, that's pretty bad. So you never know. Our little bitty hospital out here, they don't even take patients anymore. They just ship them. It's like a clinic now. Because they're just being a way station for somewhere else. I thought I was going to have to go in for that surgery on my back or my hip. I'm going to put that stuff off, especially till this COVID's over with. They claim they got a vaccine out, but it'll take 2 years or better for it to hit the common man. Even as high risk, probably be a year or better. They're going to give it to medical doctors, nurses, and military way before they give it to us. So you better be careful and wear a mask and gloves and sanitizer and every damn thing else. I got my bottle. I carry that sucker like you wouldn't believe. I don't mind carrying that thing with me. I don't even worry about using their sanitizer. I use my own. It's alcohol. Oh, goodness. Alcohol peroxide and hand gel. Ain't nothing that'll stain anything, because I sprayed everything with it. Can't buy no Lysol anymore. I got 1 can left. I keep that for the bathrooms. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. Take care of yourself. And remember, be very, very lenient with your trust. Because people still have got to the idea it's easier to lie to somebody than it is to tell them the truth. You take care. Have a great one. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit the bell. Make a comment. Share it. What else can you do with it? Hell, I don't know. I'm thinking about monetizing. Everybody tells me to. But I like this way. That way I can say the damn thing I want to. Pretty much. I got to pour dog food up tomorrow. I fill up their 10 pounds of dog food once a month. And it's lasted to 10 days past the first of the month. That's pretty good for them. Of course, I fed them a lot too much treats and everything else. Little spoiled brats. They like to travel, though. That's one good thing. Big boy, when he was little, it used to make him a little sick in his stomach, but he don't no more. And him gets into it, so I just separate them. Like 2 kids traveling, they don't get along. They get frustrated with one another. Or he has to ride on my leg and look out the window. That's usually what he does. And then he huddles all the rest of them up in one little area, so I'm going to have to bust him up. I used to put him in his cage when he traveled. He had a carrier, a big old carrier, and I'd put him in it. Especially when I drove the bus, he'd go into it freely. He didn't want stuff falling on him. Talk to you later.